Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 28th of April to the 4th of May 2025. So this week on the 1st of May, Venus moves into Aries, one of the last planets to cross over from Pisces to Aries. We've recently had Neptune and Mercury. By the end of May, we'll also have Saturn. So crossing over from Pisces to Aries is starting a new cycle. Pisces wraps up business, reflects, reveals and dissolves, and then springs into Aries for a fresh start. So when Venus on the 1st goes into Aries, immediately making contact with Neptune, then we have Venus and Neptune who are an octave apart, the Earth Feminine and the Divine Feminine. And of course the beginning of May is also May Day. So this is a beautiful time to appreciate the divine in everything, appreciate nature, the trees and flowers blooming, the smells, the sensuality of Taurian solar month, the greenery, the sense of freshness and rebirth. But also internally, Venus has been cleansed through Pisces with emotional conditioning and what we've been carrying forwards from past lives and this life and inherited from our female line, and this will be a freshening on that level to be able to feel the more divine side of ourselves. Venus will only be starting a year-long cycle, but conjuncting with Neptune, that adds to Neptune's 168-year cycle. So are we ready to be pure of heart? Are we ready to open up our hearts and receive on a divine level? Are we ready to be released from human bondage and emotional baggage and feel the lightness and flow that can come into the space that we've made? And embody the higher feminine. If you're female, then honour the higher feminine if you're male. So really strong energy there. We experienced this with Mercury and Neptune 2 weeks ago, raising our mind to be an open and clear channel, and now we're clearing the heart. So a beautiful step-by-step process, and then preparing us on the 24th or 5th for Saturn to cross that point, which really is a mark in time, as Saturn is one of the planets that rules time, and at that point we'll be anchoring in to the new frequency. But while Saturn's still in Pisces, we're still clearing our vessel, letting go of the past, letting go of density, becoming daily ever more sure of our true essence. And that's the way to let go of who we're not and do the clearing, really. Let everything go, and what remains is your true light. Then on the 2nd, we're coming out of the Mars retrograde shadow. So Mars' first shadow was the 7th of October to the 6th of December, then retrograde 6th of December to 24th of Feb, then the direct shadow 24th of Feb to the 2nd of May. So if Mars is strong in your chart, if you're Aries or have Mars in a prominent position, then take a look at what that story's been for you. No matter where Mars is in your chart, it's been telling us to take our passion inwards and find what really motivates us. So we may have been pushing towards something, trying to make something happen with action from October to December, having ideas that inspired us and fired us up, but they would have been too small. There may have been blocks. 6th of December to 24th of February was about going in and really feeling and setting the tone in every cell of our body of who we really are, which means that the 24th of February to the 2nd of May should have seen much bigger passions, much more certain direction. A change in ourselves then changes what our goals are. So finding what motivates us and now stepping out in a bold and courageous way has been the point of this Mars retrograde in Cancer and a little bit in Leo. But now the doorway's open, so we know that we have to feel passion for something first rather than just have a conceptual idea that might come from who we thought we were or what we wanted in the past. Now we should be anchored in who we are, what matters to us, our purpose, and the direction should start to be revealing itself as to where we can put our valuable time and energy and talent to lead a life aligned to our soul purpose. And for this short while, all the planets are direct as well, but by the time we get to the 4th of May, Pluto turns retrograde. So we've had the Pluto-Mars oppositions. Mars will carry on forwards now, but Pluto's going to slowly turn retrograde in Aquarius until mid-October. And this may help us be able to realise where we fit in, where we can take our time, talent and energy, our unique light, our signature, and how that could fit into the bigger picture of the awakening times that we're in. Does feel like it's all to do with cosmic timing. We can have all the best intentions and ideas, but if the world's not ready for them yet, then it's not possible to activate them. But the world is changing vibration as well. So we might be able to take the rest of this year to kind of say, well, if this is me now, if this is who I am and what I care about, where might that be of use? What could be my contribution? Have I updated my view of the world, of society, of the collective, of what's possible? And it is a year of many changes on every level, from medical to financial to legal to political to creative to technological. All of these areas and industries are going through radical change. So maybe keep our passions and direction more personal to begin with, and just try out some new ways of being or some new ideas. But it would seem that by next winter there may be the correct groundwork that we can take that and make it larger, as changes have happened in the outside world, creating a different landscape and more potential. So everything will always be about right timing. Mars can get quite feisty and want everything now, but if we can see, in connection with the opposition to Pluto, that we take personal steps over the summer, and then maybe that can lead to something bigger, going out to a wider audience or with a wider range by the end of next year and into 2026. So what's been your personal Mars retrograde story? Have you conquered anger? Have you edited your ego? Ego being very necessary, it's your individuation. But have you raised that from the little me to the big I? Have you changed your concept of self and who you are? Have you explored into your core skills and abilities and realised what lights your fire? So all in all, this is a week of subtle movement. Venus into Aries should feel very bright. Meeting with Neptune should feel very spiritually light. But in the days leading up to the 1st of May, we've got the last opportunities to cleanse and release and make space. So if anything is still dragging you down on an emotional level, or a belief about who you are emotionally, any relationship issues, self-worth, blocked creativity, then now's the time to work on those and maybe ritualise the 1st as a new start. So it feels that this week is about cultivating, changing our perspective of self, letting go of the old self, raising our energy to the new self, but not being too forceful in having to immediately apply that. Just get used to that sensation, get used to your unique frequency, stay tuned into what you care about, what you love doing, and over the course of this year certain opportunities will click into place at the right time. So if you'd like to see where this is happening for you, I am available, zoehind7@gmail.com. I do 1 hour and half-hour readings, astrology, tarot, numerology and more, recorded MP3 and customised to suit your exact desires. I also do coaching to help you release and let go of past lives, this life, inherited lives, blocks, restrictions, lower frequencies. So do contact me for any of that. Post these videos on my YouTube channel Zoe Astro, Instagram Zoehind7 and Facebook AstroZo. So time to rise and shine. An amazing month of May. Be at one with nature. Appreciate the divine in everything. Appreciate the divine in you as Venus meets with Neptune, filling our vessel with new light. By the end of May, we'll be locking that in with Saturn. So very spiritual week. Be reflective, be inwards, be excited. Call the new you forwards and embody your new frequency as it reveals itself to you. So wishing you a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.